You ever heard of a king so paranoid he had his own son executed? Let's talk about Herod the Great, the ruler that the Romans handpicked to keep Judea under control, and who ended up going down in history as a brutal, complex, and controversial figure. First off, Herod wasn't born into some pure royal line. He was a part of Idumean, which means he comes from a group that got brought into the Jewish fold a couple of generations earlier. That already made some of his Jewish subjects see him as an outsider. But the big kicker, he was basically Rome's guy. The Romans installed him as a client king. They gave him the throne because they trusted him to keep the peace and make sure the taxes kept flowing through back to Rome. In other words, he was kind of a puppet ruler, but he was a very cunning and very powerful one. Now, Herod wasn't just a Roman lapdog. He was also a master builder who left behind major architectural projects, like the expansion of the Second Temple in Jerusalem. But he was also famously paranoid. He had members of his family, including one of his sons, executed. He did this because he feared that they might be plotting on him. In the end, Herod's legacy is a mix of grand achievements and brutal measures. He's a king that built big, ruled hard, and died, leaving a legacy that still sparks debate. Herod is important because we find him in Matthew chapter 2, and he is an anchor in the timeline of where Jesus is supposed to be born according to Matthew. In my next video, I will explain why that's important. But for today, tell me what you think of Herod. Drop it down in the comments.